Planet Zoo's Asia Animal Pack was officially revealed, and here I am today to tell you everything about this incredible DLC, from the animals to the scenery to even the free update animal that you guys are going to be able to play with. So welcome everyone, my name is Leaf, and let's jump into the Asia Animal Pack for Planet Zoo. And also at the end of the video, we're going to be talking about how Planet Zoo 2 might have been just confirmed. So welcome everyone, my name is Leaf, so let's jump right into the animals for the Asia Animal Pack. We have 7 incredible animals, part of the DLC. Today, we have 8 animals to talk about in general, but the ones that I want to talk about immediately are the ones that we have screenshots of. So we're going to pull up some of these and kind of analyze them, see if there's any scenery to pull apart. I don't think there is, but first on the list is the honey badger. We all knew about this. We all knew that we were getting a honey badger. And again, a honey badger is a very unique species that lives both in Africa as well as India and other parts of Asia too. What's really incredible about a species like this is that it's going to do so well in terms of representing not just one but 2 different ecologically distinct areas of the world. You can even narrow it down to 3 by including them in a Middle East section, or even just doing like the Kurdistans and stuff like that, but this is such an incredible addition, and from what we've seen so far, this animal looks beautiful. I especially love how it moves in the trailer, it kind of hops around, it is so good. Next on the list, we have the Lion-Tailed Macaque. Now, this is a fantastic species to have. Again, these species are only found in India and as well as like Southeast Asia. Really incredible species though they don't have that kind of like multiple location flair on them. They do have a lot of character, and that is something that I really love to see when we get animals in Planet Zoo, is how much character they do have, and also their prevalence in zoos, but that's a whole other thing. Lion-tailed macaques aren't entirely common in zoos. I recently saw them at the San Diego Zoo, but I also had the chance to see them at Disney's Animal Kingdom, and they're also in a few other places around the United States currently, but this is a great species. We get a few great looks at them, both in the trailer as well as in the release screenshots, which is really good. Tons of beautiful detail on that beard right there, and I absolutely love the fact that we are getting more arboreal species. The white-faced Saki monkey was such an incredible treat, but the lion-tailed macaque is going to really help boost up those old world monkey vibes, and it's just a great animal to have to begin with. It looks like they're actually using the forage enrichment box, which is great to see a lot more animals using those kinds of enrichments too. But that is it. That's such a great species to have. Let's move on. The Pere deer is an animal I was a little caught off guard with. So if you guys watched my original kind of like speculation video, I originally thought we were just going to get a solid India pack. That region of the world really has so many different animals, but the Pere deer is from China. These guys were actually brought back from extinction, which is so cool. Though they were technically extinct in the wild and still technically are, there are conservation efforts around the world, including the world-renowned Bronx Zoo, to help bring these population numbers back up. And here we get a beautiful look at both the fawns as well as the does. These guys look so beautiful, and there's so much detail on them that it just looks so good. Can't wait to get my hands on these guys and build them an exhibit. They are one of the only aquatic deer species too, which really means that we get to build even more interesting enclosures for these guys. Part of the appeal of making like these really cool habitats for some of these animals is if they have different kinds of like body morphs or kind of like lifestyles that you can represent in an exhibit. That's why I'm so excited for a semi-aquatic hoofstock animal. A lot of the times you'll see hoofstock areas have like these big open plains with nothing much in them, but the Pere deer have a wonderful adaptation that allows them to swim, so it's really awesome to see them be in this pack, and it's going to lend itself to a lot of interesting habitat choices. The next animal that we actually get a peek at is the Bornean Elephant, and this one, we were all kind of like, taken aback by this. We were all pretty much, is it going to be a real, like, new elephant, or is it going to be a kind of like, it's like the Arctic pack situation with the bison in the background, but no, we do get an official new elephant, which I think is going to be really fun. Now, I don't really know what to say on the looks of this elephant. It looks pretty much like the Asian elephant in my opinion, but it is a really cool addition, and I'm super happy that we do get another animal just in Planet Zoo alone. I think that is really cool. But yeah, it's not much. I'm probably not going to use them in most of my parks, but it really is cool to see. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a lot better in-game. It seems like there's already some good details in there. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that. From there are some other incredible animals that we do not see just yet, though there might be little details in the back of every single little trailer shot. First up on the list is the Tanuki, the Japanese raccoon dog. You guys might know Tom Nook from Animal Crossing. This is the animal that he is based off of. The Tanukis, or Japanese raccoon dogs, are known across the world for many, many different reasons. Many people actually know them from their incredibly large, let's just say, appendages. That, is sometimes one of the things that I think of when I think of Tanukis is that one gif of them using them as parachutes. But yeah, these guys are incredibly famous across Japanese lore, architecture, iconography, and stuff like that. But they are really beautiful animals. I know Asia does have a bunch of these guys in zoos, but Europe as well. Europe has a ton of Tanuki due to their presence in China and stuff like that in Japan. But that is just really cool to see how we're officially getting Tanuki. Again, a small carnivore, so happy about that. It's going to be such a pleasure to build for. But besides that, we also get the Blackbuck. Now, the Blackbuck is incredible. I love these guys. They are probably one of the most strikingly sexually dimorphic artiodactyls out there. The males have this beautiful bluish to black color on them, and they are probably one of my favorite animals to see in zoos, and maybe one day in the wild. That would be awesome to see. But they are just really, really cool looking guys. The males have these beautiful spiraling horns. I can't wait to see what Frontier end up doing with those guys. But beyond that, we also get the Nilgai. The Nilgai are just so good. These guys are known as the blue bull because they have that big stocky look about them, at least the males do, where they just look like a big bull. But they're not bulls. They're actually more so related to antelope. So the Nilgai also have a very kind of striking sexually dimorphism kind of appeal about them too. The males are these beautiful blue color once again, but the females have a little bit more of a subtle kind of tannish color. I was able to feed a female Nilgai recently. That was really cool to see. So I can't wait to build for them once again. I've actually built for them in the past using mods, but yeah, that's just going to be so fun to see how these get revealed. Now, the other animal that we get, and this is for a free update, so console players and PC players will be able to get this soon. It is the Malabar rose butterfly. These guys are found again in Asia. Let me actually see where from. So yes, southern India. These guys are found in southern India. That's going to be really cool. Oh my gosh. But it is a beautiful, beautiful looking butterfly. Again, the colors on these guys are great. And what I'm super excited about is the fact that basically everyone can use this. Like, if you have Planet Zoo, you will be able to use this species. And part of why that's awesome is that there have not been any free exhibit walkthrough species yet. So you guys will finally be able to play that if you don't have, the Oceania pack, the Twilight pack, the Grasslands pack, or Tropical pack, or any of those really. But that is just so, so cool. It's a beautiful, bright, striking butterfly, and you guys are going to be able to make some incredible exhibits with them. Now, what else this pack has? There are over 100 new pieces of scenery, which gets me super, super excited. Hopefully, these scenery pieces will be just a little bit more useful than the previous animal pack, the America's Animal Pack. There seem to be just a lot of really cool pieces so far. I mean, there is a whole bunch of kind of Indian marketplace pieces, which is going to be really fun to play with. It looks like most of these are FlexiColor, which is super useful. And it's just pretty much that. I'm not really able to piece out too much aside from these little decals on the top over here. Maybe some other kind of vendor pieces, as well as that big kind of iconic big centerpiece in the middle of that map. at the start of the trailer. That seems very interesting. You can see the bench right there too. I can't really make out too much of that stuff in there, but fingers crossed, knock on wood, we're able to get some interesting pieces out of this pack. I'm really hoping that the India pack will be flexicolor. So far, it looks like all of those pieces on there that are part of the India pack are that standard, not India pack, but India scenery group. It seems like they are not flexicolor. It seems like they are the same color that they always are. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, Frontier updates that so that we're able to actually use these pieces in a flexicolor format. But besides that, it seems like a really solid pack with some pretty neat animals. Again, I always do love a nice tropical pack. Old tropical pack was really great. The Southeast Asia animal pack was probably one of my favorite ones, but this is going to be such a great treat. All of these animals are going to be so fun to build for, especially the honey badger, the tanuki, the pure David steer. It's all great. But what I am very curious, oh yeah, also new career mode scenario, Dominic Myers is coming back. And listen, if you've listened to me on my live streams, Dominic Myers, he's a hero, Planet Zoo. Feel free to debate me on that, but he is a real one. What I am excited for is the prospect of Planet Zoo 2. Now, you guys might be saying, why are we talking about Planet Zoo 2 when there is, like, you know, we are just getting a DLC? Well, that's just how it kind of came to be. So, in the last FY25 trading update, June 2025, from Frontier, it's on their annual and interim reports page. They might have said Planet Zoo 1 in relation to a new DLC coming out. It might be just a kind of like trick of the mouth where it's like, oh, we talk about Planet Coaster 1, now we're going to talk about Planet Zoo 1. But what I would think is, behind the scenes, they're talking about Planet Zoo 2 already, and we know there is a new creative simulation game coming out in 2026 that is going to be Planet Zoo 2. We can at least infer that. What I'm very excited for is this prospect. Now, of course, we've seen Planet Coaster 2 didn't really get off to the best start, but I'm hoping that with all of those free updates, they talked a lot about that in their annual and interim reports. If you guys want to say anything about Frontier's business strategy, at least watch this beforehand. Like, just keep in mind how they're operating. Again, they're talking to their investors right now. But really, at the end of the day, you're also an investor in Planet Zoo and, like, the future of the game. You're an investor in Frontier by that metric. And it's very interesting to hear how they want to be perceived. And I think it's really awesome. They have a really great nurturing life cycle for their games. And I'm going to say I'm very excited for Jurassic World Evolution 3, as you guys can already tell from my page. I'm very excited for Planet Coaster 2's future. Seems like we're getting a lot of really solid updates on that game recently. And I'm excited for the prospect of a Planet Zoo 2 with new features like scaling, updated paths, all of this stuff, possibly aviaries. There's a distinct lack of birds in this pack especially. But yeah, that's what I'm really excited for. But let me know if you guys think that this information is completely legit. I'm not really gonna make it out to be something a lot more than it's not, but they did say Planet Zoo 1. And to me, if I'm referring to Planet Zoo 1, that infers that there is a Planet Zoo 2 at least being discussed. So yeah, with that being said, the Asia Animal Pack is now on the front, well, it's on the Steam kind of sale page, so be sure to go check it out, wishlist it so you guys don't miss when it drops. But I'm super excited to get my hands on this pack. I'm super excited to see what it has in store. They don't talk about the free update in here. Again, in my little store copy over here, they don't talk about the free update. I'm really hoping that that India pack, or the India set, sorry, is flexicolor. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. I really hope it is. But that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Were you guys right about the elephant? Were you guys right about the choices? I'm super excited to hear what you guys all have to say, so be sure to drop that in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any other Planet Zoo news. And I can't wait to jump right back into this with all of you guys with a new DLC cycle. So with that being said, have the most wonderful, wonderful days. I will see you all in the next video. Take care and goodbye.